stop saying, Why am I like this? Hi guys, welcome to my brand new YouTube channel. I'm so excited. I've wanted to do this for a while now and I just never have, so better now than never. I guess this is the part where I introduce myself because you don't know who I am. Well, actually, if you're watching this video, you probably do know who I am. But if you don't, I'm Christiana. I am 24 years old. I live in Los Angeles, California, and this is my fur child, Harvey, aka Harvard for short. So today I thought it would be great for you to kind of get to know me a little bit better and just play a fun game of 21 questions. Obviously, no one is actually asking me questions and I am not asking anyone else questions, so it'll just be 21 questions about me. Woo! I just found like a list off the internet of questions that seem fairly interesting. You'll still get to know me a little bit before I just fully dive in to this YouTube channel, which I don't know what I'm doing, but like we'll figure it out. We'll drink some energy drinks, eat some candy, and have a great day. I put makeup on for this. You're welcome. All right, let us do this thing and play 21 questions. All right, so first question. What's your biggest kitchen fail? So in 6th grade, I went on a trip to Australia, but I had to like raise money to go. I didn't go with my parents. It was with like a student program, and to help raise money, I baked pies to sell. And I've always liked baking, and I baked with my mom. I would bake with my little brother. But I had never made pecan pie before, but I was making pecan pie and I got all the ingredients from Costco, and so everything was like Kirkland and all in very similar packaging. And so turns out like corn syrup and vanilla extract is the exact same color, and when it's in the same exact bottle just with different labels, and you're not paying attention, you may accidentally use vanilla extract instead of corn syrup, which if you've ever put like 2 cups of vanilla extract in anything, it was disgusting. Like I just like can't even explain. So I think that was probably my biggest kitchen fail in life so far. There have definitely been many. I think I'm a decent cook and like a decent baker, but sometimes my brain just doesn't work properly when I'm doing things. So, question 2. Have you ever sent a text message to the wrong person? Is there someone on this planet that has not done that? I'm confused because I definitely have many times. It's usually not great. My biggest fear is like accidentally sending like a sext or a nude to like my mom. That would be terrible. Third question. What is the most embarrassing thing that happened to you in school? My sophomore year of high school, at our homecoming pep assembly, we had it in the gym. We used to like play games with like the homecoming court, and the game that year was they had to see how much like the girls had to see how much ice they could fit inside of the guys' clothes, so they like rubber banded off like their pants and their shirts, weighed them beforehand, and then had to like put as much ice in as possible and then weigh them afterwards. And they put like a tarp down on the floor and stuff, but afterwards there was still ice and then water from the ice melting kind of on the gym floor. But right after that, the office ladies like did a little skit and were like throwing out candy. And then there was a little lull in the program in between them, and there was just a full Snickers bar, you know, just like chilling still on the ground around half court in the middle of the floor. And I was like, no one's gonna go get that Snickers bar. You can't just leave a Snickers bar. So I got up to go get the Snickers bar, and nothing else was happening at the moment. Like everyone was just like in the bleachers talking, and I walked up to grab it, and when I bent over to grab the Snickers bar, I'm still unclear what happened. I don't know if I stepped on a piece of ice, if it was water, but both of my legs just completely like flew out from under me, and I actually like spun in the air and landed straight on my face, and I knocked myself out in the middle of the gym floor in front of the entire school. And when I like kind of came to, I just heard a bunch of oh and a slow clap. So I proceeded to just lay there until someone came to check if I was okay. And then I went back to my seat without the Snickers bar. That's still honestly the most upsetting part of that story. Okay, what is your signature dance move? I have a few. It really depends on like what I'm vibing, what music is on. But like you can always tell, like if I am out at a bar, if I am having a good time, if you'll be able to, if you make eye contact with me across the room and I know you, I will have a drink in my hand and it'll be something like this. Oh! I hit my light. Probably actually something very similar to that. Okay. I'm gonna try that dance move again, sitting down, because I don't need to injure myself again. So usually just like a hand in the air with my drink and doing like a this. I'll also like break out the Cabbage Patch, or just, you know, moving and grooving. I love to dance. I'm not very good at it. It does not matter whether I am sober or not. If I am feeling the jams, I'll dance it out. I will dance it out. Question number 5. What is one thing you refuse to share? If it's like the last donut or something, I might get a little like, no, you can't have that. But for the most part, I'm like pretty open to just like, I'll share anything. Yeah. Question 6. If you could kill off any character from a current television show, who would it be? I just watched most of Little Fires Everywhere, but I actually couldn't watch all of it because Kerry Washington's character drives me so freaking insane. Like, I will yell at the television. So I just like, I can't. So probably her. Then the storyline would not make sense at all. She drives me bonkers. Also, I have a thing like DeLuca in Grey's Anatomy. Like, I'm sorry, but you're just never gonna be Derek, and I'm still, spoiler alert, if you're watching Grey's Anatomy and you are not caught up and you don't want to know, please just like fast forward over like the next 10 seconds. You can't replace Derek. I'm still so pissed you killed him, Shonda. That's all. Okay. If you had the power to shrink anything and take it with you, what would you do with it? I would probably shrink Harvey. Like if I could shrink and unshrink her like on demand so that I could just like bring her everywhere with me. Like I just like put her in my little bucket, like in my bag with ventilation, obviously, but just like so I could take her everywhere with me and like it wouldn't matter because like no one would know she's there. And then also like if she was smaller, then if I like traveled with her, she would shed less on me in the surrounding area. I'm very sorry to people that travel next to us on the plane. I really hope you didn't wear black that day. Oops. Question 8. If you could make a rule for a day and everyone had to follow it, what would it be? This would be me included because I definitely am terrible about sharing my feelings, but you had to actually say how you're feeling to other people. Maybe not necessarily like in a work environment, but like in your personal life, you had to actually say how you're feeling to the other person. I think it would help a lot of people if we had that rule, even just for like one day. Even like 3 hours, honestly. I feel like a lot of breakthroughs would happen, whether that was ended up in a positive outcome or a negative. I feel like a lot of change would be happening if people actually had to say how they're feeling. Question 9. What's a holiday that doesn't exist that you'd like to create? International like movie marathon day. So like we get the day off of work. There's like you can make all the comfort food, like that's what like the cuisine would be, just like comfort food, and you sit and you like movie marathon all day. Like you can pick what movie or movies. Like it could be like Star Wars or like Back to the Future, or musicals or whatever you want to do, or like scary movies. I won't be doing that, but and then you watch them all day. I think that should be like an actual holiday. You get it off work. I realize some people just do this on the weekends regardless, but I think that would be like so fun if it was like an actual holiday. Yeah. Question 10. If you had to give up one thing for the rest of your life, would it be brushing your hair or brushing your teeth? I'm gonna say brushing my hair, at least not have rotting teeth and be able to speak to people without killing them. So no one needs dragon breath. Question 11. If you were a pair of shoes, what kind would I be? I'm a booty. Definitely a booty. That's what I actually wear all the time. Like I'm actually either in sneakers or booties. I'm a booty. If I were a pair of shoes, I would be a booty. I found you, Miss New Booty. Put it together and bring it back to me. This is a fun question. Question 12. Would you rather be a hobbit or an elf for 24 hours? I would 1000% be an elf. I don't know what it is. I have an obsession with pointed ears. I think they're so cute, and like I know some people actually like have like more pointed ears and then they like hate them. I don't know why. I think it's so cute and I wish I had pointed ears. So I would be an elf so that I could have like little pointed ears and I could like run around. Maybe I'd be an elf on a shelf and it'd be Christmas time and I could just like bring joy and laughter to children every day. Question 13. Would you go streaking across a football field during a game for $1 million, knowing there's a 50-50 chance you'll get arrested for indecent exposure? I have never been arrested. I've never even been close to being arrested. Also, like, I would just be concerned, like, I don't want to be on the sex offender list for the rest of my life. I honestly probably wouldn't do it. I can't get in trouble. I have such a pit about getting in trouble. I don't break rules. So I would not. I will just be poor. I'll be clothed and I will be poor. instead of naked and rich. What a life. Okay. Question 14. What is the craziest thing you've ever done? I feel like this question needs more context. I think the thing that probably like the most recent thing that comes to mind is that I snuck in to Artist at Coachella, and that was the first Coachella I've ever been to, which is a story for another time. I don't know. My friends say I'm crazy, but I don't think I'm that crazy. Question 15. If you could have an unlimited storage of one thing, what would it be? Shoes? Just a massive shoe closet. I would also like an unlimited budget to go with that so I could fill the unlimited storage. Or dogs. Unlimited storage for dogs. Like just a massive amount of room so I could have as many dogs as I want. Also a budget for unlimited dogs. I feel like these things really go hand in hand. If you have unlimited storage of something, you have to have an unlimited budget to fill the unlimited storage. Whereas the point that you don't fill up the unlimited storage, because that's why it's unlimited. Questions? These deep quarantine thoughts. Okay. Question 16. If you could only eat one food for the rest of your life, what would it be? Definitely pasta. I feel like you can do so much with pasta too. Like you do lasagna, you can do ravioli, you can do tortellini. You could like make pasta with broth and be soup, but still like pasta. You can switch up the sauces, and my body will react to eating pasta for every meal for the rest of my life, but I will be happy. I will be content. The endorphins will just be pumping in my brain from all of that carby goodness. Pasta. Okay. Question 17. We are almost there. If you are still with me, thank you. Okay, 17. How much would you pay a hacker threatening to release your browsing history to your friends and family? This sounds very similar to an episode of Black Mirror, which clearly not what my browsing history is. But honestly, like, if it's just like my friends and my family, like it's not like all of my coworkers and stuff, like, I mean, like, some of my coworkers are like my friends, but like, you know what I mean. Like $500, $1,000, I don't know. I feel like they might like judge me like a little bit, but it's like nothing crazy in there. There might be some questions, but you know, I feel like everyone has questions regardless, so not that much. There's nothing crazy. Question 18. If you had to replace your hands with something other than hands or claws, what would you put at the end of your arms? I feel like I would do like a different thing on each hand. Like maybe one hand would be like a little scooper shovel, like one that you'd like use at the beach, where you can like, it'll hold like water or liquid, but it's also not too deep, so you could also like get things like open with it and stuff. And then like maybe like, I guess it can't be a claw. It didn't say I can't use a hook. Maybe be a basic bitch and I'll have a shovel on one hand and a hook on the other, and I will figure out how to blow dry my hair and pet dogs. Very important things to be able to do with your hands. The rest of it can just, it's fine. But my hair and dogs, very important. Okay, question 19. After you survive the apocalypse, what will your job be? I'm flattered that this group of questions thinks I'm going to survive the apocalypse, because I don't think I would. I tell myself I would. I also think I think about this question possibly way more than normal. I tell myself that I think I would have survived the apocalypse, and that like, yeah, you got this. You are a bad bitch. You can kill zombies. You can survive. But I don't think I would last very long. I think if I got lucky and like maybe I was like with a group of people and like I was in an isolated area that was not like zombie heavy, I could survive. But like if shit went down and I was in this apartment right now in the middle of Los Angeles, there's no way. There's no way. I don't even own anything that I could even try and like bludgeon a zombie with. Like, what do I pick up, a chair? Use a decorative hanging planter? I don't own like a baseball bat. I don't own a golf club. You don't own a gun. I would die. So my answer to that is I probably will not have a job because I will be dead or eating brains. My job will be eating brains because I will be a zombie. Okay, question 20. If you had to become an inanimate object for a year, what object would you choose to be? I think a television. Because then even though you're an inanimate object, that word is so difficult for me to say, even though you're an inanimate object, you still get to like see people's emotions and feel them, and you're providing joy, laughter, sadness, you know? And you're like right in the heart of the home. You're in someone's living room. You're experiencing all of life with them, you know? And you get to mix things up. You watch different shows, unless you live somewhere and they'd like literally just watch The Office all day, every day, and nothing else. Which is not terrible, but like mix it up, people. Question 21. Last question. You are about to get into a fight. What song comes on as your soundtrack? I think probably Tempo by Lizzo, which doesn't like really make sense as like a pre-fight song, but that song really gets me hype. So I think that would be it. Or like just go for a classic, maybe like Tempo, then like someone should remix it into Eye of the Tiger. And I think that would get me hype. I don't think those would match at all, but if someone wants to try and make a remix of that for me, for the fight that I will never get in because I have punched someone once, it was in 4th grade, I got detention, I've never hit anyone ever again. That would be great if you could just send that remix over to me. But that is all 21 questions. We are done. We made it through. We have finished this video to the, well, we finished it. There's nothing else. There's nothing else to say. Thank you guys so much for watching. If you made it all the way through, I really appreciate it. I'm really excited about this, and I like want to keep making videos. So really, if you have any ideas on like what you'd like to see, please just drop a comment. If you want to keep watching, please feel free to subscribe and like this video. I feel so basic, but I'm so serious, and I will see you guys in the next one. I'm not ashamed of my finger guns.